looked at her and I was like, as long as she's not smoking crack and robbing banks, I think we're gonna be okay. Happy Friday. How are you doing? It is Veterans Day today, and I want to say thank you to all the veterans out there, inclusive of my husband, all of his military friends, all of my military friends, their wives, their kids. Thank you all for serving. We truly appreciate it. Happy Veterans Day to you guys. With that being said, my children are off school today, so Debbie and I took the kids to see Daddy's Home 2. It is PG-13, but really it wasn't that bad. There was a couple of like language things here and there, but nothing that my kids already haven't heard. So it was pretty funny. I enjoyed it. I didn't think I would, so yeah, there was that. I think we're gonna go to dinner tonight maybe. There's some places around town that offer veterans free meals if you show your military ID, so I think that's what's gonna occur tonight. So, oh, and I also made like a really quick run to Bath & Body Works that I wanted to show you guys. So let's take a look and see what's inside the bag. I made a quick stop here because the boys' room always smells. And so I stop and I get like the little I forget what they're called, wallflowers. And online too, I got a little email today saying that they were $2.95 a piece. But I also had a coupon that made it if you spend 30 get 10 off. So I ended up getting a couple of different things. My favorite flavor is back, you guys. Spiced apple toddy. It's my favorite. I also found a couple of different ones called Frozen Lakes that I liked. And then for some reason, like last time we went to Bath & Body Works, Mason picked up Marshmallow Fireside, and it actually smells really good in their room. So I put one in their bedroom and one in the bathroom, their bathroom. And then the candle that you just saw me light, I actually shouldn't have lit that one, but that one is called Bourbon Butterscotch, and it's really, really strong. Like, I love a good strong flavor. That one is really strong for my bedroom. So I think I'm gonna relocate that one downstairs, even though I just bought a candle down there the other day. But then I'm going with my old favorite, Sweater Weather. So this is a staple in our bedroom. I also have little candle waxy things. So yeah, that's what I got today. And it was just like a really quick like run in. Oh, and I got another spiced apple toddy for the kitchen. Yeah, I just stopped in today to just kind of grab a couple of things before we went to the movies because I had the coupons. So yeah. So there's the Bath & Body Works. Oh, I also wanted to share with you guys that Rodney and I went to our psychological evaluation on Tuesday. And this psychologist was referred to us through a person that was on the Facebook groups that we're in, so for Surrogacy. And she took our insurance, which was really, really good. She said that she would not mind trying to bill our insurance for it. We did get a referral, so that was approved. It was, I think she charged like $300 for it. And we went ahead and paid upfront, but she did say that if the insurance did pay her, she received any money from them, that she would reimburse us the $300, which, crossing our fingers, like our insurance covers it. So that went really well. There was a couple of questions here and there that I was like, do we really need to talk about this? One of the questions that she kind of looked at me like I was crazy. She looked at me and she was like, have you guys discussed dietary restrictions or anything like that with your surrogate? And I'm like, no. And she looked at me and she kind of like raised her eyebrow and she's like, well, why not? And I I just thought, like, honestly, like, why, like, why is she asking me this question? Like, that is so dadgum absurd. Like, I can't even think. I mean, this is my sister-in-law that we're talking about. So, like, me being my sarcastic self that I usually am, I just kind of looked at her and I was like, as long as she's not smoking crack and robbing banks, I think we're gonna be okay. I don't think she liked that answer too good, but honestly, like, I feel like if we were so concerned with what my sister-in-law was eating, like, we wouldn't even trust her to carry our baby. So if I'm gonna sit here and worry about if she's gonna have a soda one day, or if she's eating a chicken breast that might have some salt in it, like, I can't worry myself over those kinds of things. Like, again, we trust my sister-in-law and with, you know, with our child, carrying our child, and I don't think that she would do anything that would be harmful of that. What were some other questions that we really talked about? Let me think. That were, like, completely asinine, like crazy. Obviously we talk about the big things, like where we stand on, like, termination, where we stand on amniocentesis, where we stand on, like, delivery and whatnot. One thing that I think Rodney and I have been talking about too is delivery. He is like, that's my sister, I don't want to see anything, blah, 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 blah. And I just kind of feel like, well, with both of my deliveries, well, I think at least with one of them, he was, like, by my shoulders. Like, he didn't see anything. So it wasn't like, oh, let me watch the baby crown or anything like that. It was just kind of like, I just wanted your support. I'm not one of those people that's like, let me see if the baby's coming out right now. I'm not that kind of person either, but I also want to be there when my baby is born, if that makes sense. So the counselor kind of touched on those kinds of things, like how I felt if he didn't want to be there, and stuff like that. And I said, I support him if he doesn't want to be there. I would appreciate for him to be there, just for the support of myself, for the support of his sister, to be there for his child's birth. Like, I just feel like that's just a huge thing. We discussed, like, C-section, how that would go, who would be in the room. I think my sister-in-law have kind of talked, like, her husband's a little squeamish about, like, blood. My husband's not squeamish, but he's just kind of like, I would rather just not be, like, see the baby crown, which with a C-section you don't have that anyways. But I don't know if he's, like, a little squeamish with the blood, which he's never been before, but I don't know, maybe it's a newfound thing. So we've discussed, like, if they allow both of us to go in there, like, we would both go in there with my sister-in-law. If she's having a C-section, if only one person's allowed, then I would go in with her. If Rodney or I didn't want to go in, her husband could go in. Again, she said that he's kind of squeamish with, like, blood and stuff. So I think we have it worked out, and I don't foresee a problem going that direction. But yeah, and we talked about, like, some books that we were going to give to the kids, and which we all along have been very open. Like, we are very open with our children. Like, I don't think that there should be any secrets. I think that harboring secrets from your child, such as them being born via surrogate, is a huge thing to keep from them. That's my personal opinion. Everyone has their own opinions on what they want to do, how they want to start their family, how they want to raise their family, but I just feel like if you don't tell that child and they end up finding somewhere else, then it's like you've deceived that child their whole life. That's just kind of how I feel. That's how, fortunately, all of us feel in this situation. So, you know, we're telling our kids, you know, your aunt is going to carry the baby for us. And she's told her kids that she's carrying their cousin. And so we try to be very open about it. One of the things that I did like that the psychologist did tell us, which was a really super cute idea, she said that she's heard of people, like, you go to your house and you mix all the ingredients that you would for a cake, like the flour, the sugar, the eggs, the water, the milk, whatever you put in it. You mix it all up and then you put it in the dish. And then you go to put it in your oven, but your oven isn't on. So she said some people take it to their neighbor's oven, and so they bake the cake in their neighbor's oven. So I thought that was just a really cute, like, analogy for surrogacy and kind of helping the little ones understand it a little better. I feel like my kids are kind of in that area where they get it, but they don't get it, if that makes sense. Like, they understand that mommy's not gonna be carrying the baby, but they also don't understand like how the baby's getting here either. So there's that. I think that it was a really good session. She said that we're sane to be parents, which praise God, because we already have 2. And then, like I said before, my sister-in-law had the clear for her psychologist. Now the doctor just has to clear all of us to move forward with a transfer. I tried calling the office today, but nobody answered, so I'm figuring that it's just Veterans Day and nobody's there. So hopefully I'll try again on Monday and get an answer. Hopefully all reports have been received by that point. But yeah, so far we're just kind of like trucking along, and now our next step, which I just keep getting extra, you know, things that I keep worrying about, but is the embryo going to thaw correctly? Is it going to thaw at all? Is it going to not, is it going to regenerate like cell? Is it just going to stop growing? Is it going to arrest when it's being defrosted? I don't know. Like, that's my next hurdle, and the worry is that if it's going to thaw properly. Do you guys have any experience with this? Because I don't. I've never thawed an embryo before. Let me know below if you guys have ever thawed an embryo. Let me know what your success rates were. Let me know if it turned into a live birth. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of make this really quick like rundown. Sorry I haven't been doing vlog style lately, you guys. It's just been nuts around here. I forgot the camera was out of batteries, blah 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 blah. So I hope you don't mind me doing these sit downs. I'll try to do vlog style more next week. But yeah, so I'm gonna go for now. I'm gonna head out because the kids are already like going crazy and wanting to do something else. So I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to subscribe, follow this crazy journey that I call life, find out if you ever have a baby, to find out what happens with the surrogacy journey, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. There's also a bell beside the subscribe button that will let you know every time that I post a video. Have a great weekend, this long weekend, and I will see you guys hopefully on Monday. Bye guys.